Well, good morning. I'm basically just going to do a recap for the week. So let's start with Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. On Tuesday morning, I delivered in Peru, Illinois. This is the load I picked up on the Friday, the beginning of the weekend, and held it at my house over the weekend. So delivered that. Then around noon, I ended up getting a load that picked up near Chicago, going to southern Indiana, actually Jeffersonville, Indiana. So I delivered that one, and since that was only less than an hour from my house, I just went ahead and went home. I got home around 8 in the evening. Wednesday, got a short one that was going to picked up 15 miles from my house. That went to Batesville, Indiana, which was again around an hour away, and then just came back home after that one. Actually went and got the stuff to change my oil, so changed my oil, and then had to pick up around 4 o'clock, only a couple miles from my house, that went to Gainesville, Georgia. So again, I live in southern Indiana, so picked up there Wednesday evening, delivered, I think it was midnight, 1 o'clock. That next morning around 9 o'clock, I believe it was, I got one picking up in Atlanta that I delivered over to Moore, South Carolina, which is where I'm currently close to. So this is Friday. I stayed the night last night. I'm currently sitting at a TA. Stayed the night at the Pilot across the street over this way. Pilot had a shower credit, so I went ahead and used it. So that's the update for the week. Let me see what I've done so far mileage wise. I have done 1,685 miles so far this week. I'm more than likely going to end up over 2,000 miles, so, and hopefully get it delivered today so that it goes on next week's settlement. But yeah, it's been a good week. Last week was a good week. Doing all right. I still don't have the best sleeping situation. That's probably the biggest adjustment me or anybody else coming out to do expediting in a van is going to have to face. Anybody doing over the road expediting. Probably what I'm going to end up doing, I don't have the extended van, so I can only hold 2 full skids, standard skids, long ways anyway. So anytime I have 2 skids, it's going to take bunk space. But still, more than likely, what I'll end up doing is putting a Murphy bed in. Simple way to put the bed in. Basically, the platform's on a hinge that'll lift up behind the seats here, and your mattress will be between the seat and the platform that raises up. So currently, I have an air mattress that I blow up. It has an internal pump. So I have a Jackery, a 500 watt Jackery that I take with me as well, that I use to air it up. Also use it to run a fan because I don't have a fan in here, so I just have a box fan back there. We are in September, so we're coming out of the hotter months, which is a good thing. Last night I actually got a little bit cold. Now for a cover I only have a sheet because it's usually hot, so, but last night I got a little bit cold on me. Adjusting to the sleep is going to be the hardest thing here. Not just a good way to sleep, a good system, because blowing that up, and I can only do that if I don't have any freight, but blowing that up each time and then tearing it down, and it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it can be kind of annoying. But yeah, it's been good. Definitely doing well on the rates and making a living money wise. It's been fine. This is why anybody who's done this for a long time recommends you do a lot of research before getting into it. I did the same. I knew these adjustments were going to have to be made. I was prepared for it. Prepared for the difficulties you face with living. I say living, but obviously staying in the van most of the time, because you're obviously not going to get a hotel room, you know, that's just not a smart way to spend your money doing this. So anyway, I'm waiting for dispatch. It's getting about that time of day, 10 o'clock, about that time of day to where you'll probably start seeing the loads come up. It's a Friday. Around now is probably when we get a load. Hopefully. At that pilot last night, this is the first time I've seen, I called it Expeditors Row because there was the whole backside of the parking lot was probably 7-8 expediting vans, all different companies though. And the carrier I'm with, I'm the only one they have that does over the road like I do it. People go out, but most of them are regional that are on this company, so I don't have anybody ahead of me to worry about. But it doesn't change the fact that there's still several expeditors down here. Again, this is near Moore, South Carolina. I've ended up in the Carolinas a lot the last 2 weeks, it seems like. So we'll see what dispatch comes up with, and we'll get on the road. Successful week. Looking forward to next week, or looking forward to the rest of this weekend. Could possibly get loads out of this weekend. All right, guys. I will talk at you guys later. So hey, take care of each other out there. God bless.